overall, did you feel like you did your story for the topics you touched on?
In your interview?
In our interview.
I stand 10 feet tall, 10 toes down.
Now, mind you, I want to just remind us real quick that we're watching an interview of a person who is in and out of manic episodes and untreated at the time.
To the ground on every motherfucking thing I said.
Interview.
Even down to Summer Walker.
Yeah.
With her very troubled self.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is unraveling as we speak.
No, that's the beautiful thing about being the kind of honest I am. Because what I'm saying is true. Because what I'm saying is backed
She's
up.
She's saying that
God,
even though Summer Walker said that what I said wasn't true about my speculation of what she might have encountered based on my own experience of being a whore in the industry. It happened. She said it didn't, but I'm going to stand 10 toes down on it because I said it. Girl, please.
Integrity?
Just say you didn't know what you were talking
like
about.
That. Let everybody be mad about it and step the
Thank
fuck
you,
away.
Mark. I appreciate the feedback.
Let's see what reality
I'm
says.
just not seeing that.
It ain't my fault I be ahead of the curve.
Some of the things, the Tevin Campbell thing was interesting to me because we just hadn't heard from him, and he just kind of popped out of nowhere. Why do you feel like he had felt the need to respond?
I think it was a great marketing move for him. You know,
of all the people you've heard Jaguar Wright mention, P. Diddy, Beyonce, Summer Walker, who's this person that we were just talking about just now? Tevin Campbell, Jay-Z, Clive Davis. None of them have been incarcerated or put in mental hospitals in the last 5 months. I'm just saying.
To go from waiting for them
lesson.
to include you in an award show every now and then, they treated him. This business has treated Tevin Campbell heavy-handed.
She don't know that
and neglectful.
Excuse me, she doesn't know that because she doesn't know that
the way
man.
They've shunned him, the way they've treated.
Y'all know that we looked back at the confession that was spoken by the person who knew Tevin. The woman that Jaguar knew who knew Tevin never said none of this stuff that Jaguar is saying about Tevin. She has never run in the same circles with this man. They've never recorded together. They were never on the same label. They never had the same agent or accountants or attorneys. They never, ever. For all they know, they've never even been in the same room. And so for her to say the industry has treated this man in such a way, she don't know these things. She's making them up as she goes along. It's very Umar Johnson. Yeah, she talk like she know everybody in the industry. And the straight jacket, we know now. We know now, don't we, Rosetta? That's not just a speculation. That's not just a hee. That's a mm-hmm.
Him throughout the years was absolutely terrible. So for me, even saying that in that interview, it wasn't me blowing up his spot.
Yes, it was.
I'm literally sitting here advocating for this thing.
She can't even say that with a straight face. No, you were blowing up his spot. You can't say you're advocating for him. In what way? You and Genesis are like the most lazy advocates I've ever met, who don't connect anybody with any resources.
Right.
Like, I'm literally sitting here advocating.
Right.
No straight face.
Maybe you didn't want nobody to remember about the Hollywood Boulevard. Maybe you were hoping that was so long ago, and because it happened before Facebook, it didn't really exist, kind of thing. But it did exist.
But why couldn't it be that way? Why couldn't it just be that way? That wasn't your story to tell, as you say about so many other stories. Is all anybody's saying.
And there's a whole fucking police report. There's a whole detective that said you propositioned him and you got in the car, you made the deal, and then he put the cuffs on you. That's in a record. If somebody goes and checks my record now, they're going to find things on my record.
Like what?
I was charged with child abduction. It's a 656 felony. It's real low, but it's still
What is
considered a
that?
felony.
It's a low felony that keeps you from being able to work for
So-
DoorDash.
If somebody brings that up about me, is it
Oh my
favorable?
God.
Does it leave room for you to have to explain
Y'all catching
certain
me up on
things?
this, Gina.
Yeah, but it's your life. It's what you lived.
It happened.
And if it's on public fucking record, then it's on public record.
Mm.
I'm not speaking about it because I'm trying to slump you. I'm speaking about it because that's what the game did to you. And if you tried to forget, I never did.
That doesn't even make sense.
It was wrong.
Thank
It
you,
was wrong
Rosetta.
as fuck. He was a young kid who
Please hit
came
the like
into
or the
business.
dislike. Either one, I appreciate your
His
engagement.
family depended on him for income to live. He was the family business, like so many star children are the family business. And he got left with people. He got left with people that did things to him, shaped his personality and his choices before he had a chance to do it himself.
She doesn't even know that man. So what is the evidence of what she's saying to be true? She's saying they shaped his personality, just like anybody that raises you shapes your personality. But what is that saying? We can make the jump to say it's a negative thing, but really, she's just saying things, random things with no context. Hey, St. Hudson, with no, hey, let me know if you want to come up, St. Hudson. You know you're always welcome on this panel. She's just saying things with no. For example, one time we were having a conversation and he said, and that just struck me as crazy. Or one time I observed him doing, and I really thought that Prince really fucked him up. Or like, you understand what I'm saying? She's just saying things. He was left with people, and they shaped his personality. Okay, and you're not saying anything of any substance right now. And you're saying that this man, that the industry did that to him. You don't know that. Because there's plenty of hookers who ain't never been in the industry. And you don't know that man. Never, ever, ever had a conversation with him. Ever. Come on, somebody. Not the hairline running from the lies, Jesus. Because, I was going to do this to y'all tonight, but I decided that it would not be nice for you to come into this room and me face you like this. I said I should at least come up here myself before I scare you away. Ooh, I be tickling me. Lord. Not a weapon. Oh, and yeah, I do need to let you know. I let my love know that this might be a long show tonight because this video is long. It's about 3 hours, and we obviously taking our time. So everyone we meet shapes our personality, especially as children. That's like if she was to say that I left my daughter with my girlfriend and she shaped my daughter's personality. Duh. But what does that even mean? And everybody she's speaking of saying that things she says happened never happened. Excuse me. But she is doubling down. Doubling down. Excuse me. I guess you're not supposed to drink orange juice and Gatorade at the same time. Because, I don't know. I guess you're not. But anyway, Let us
making
continue.
hit record after hit record, and we sitting there dancing while this kid is being fucking just fucked all over every which way.
You don't know that. I'm getting her hit out the way,
Bessie
y'all.
was
I
probably
promise.
treated was at Paisley Park with Prince. And then not long after that, Tevin Campbell disappears and nobody hears about him and nobody speaks his name until he gets arrested.
She wants to be sued so
And then it
bad.
makes national
Hold on,
news.
y'all. I'm getting rid of her head. I promise.
And then they start playing his records. Oh, you remember when he was?
That is facts.
And then after that,
What?
all that talent.
After that, what
all
happened?
These motherfuckers, all of these people who were millionaires and made millions off of him while he was a kid. And you left him out there. So I'm going to say it to you right now, Tevin. I'm glad you came out.
That's what I was going to ask.
However it happened, I wasn't trying to put you out on Front Street, but you never had an excuse to hide in the first place. Whoever you are, that's you.
I have a question. Can I ask a question? Do I have to tell you my business? Or can I keep my business to myself? If something tragic happened to me at the hands of Quincy Jones, am I obligated for any reason to call Barbara Walters and ask her to set up an interview so we can talk about it on TV and come out publicly and talk about it? If I choose not to, does that mean I'm hiding? If I choose not to make it public, and if I didn't tell you, she needs shut up.
And you should have the right to be you, to not have to lie about you or defend you. And I pray to God that you do whatever you got to do to get everything they owe you, because they owe you, nigga. They owe you big.
So would you think the industry created that, or that was always innately in them based on just
Created the industry created what? Him being gay? Oh, come on, are we doing that? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Are we? Thank you, Dr. Cindy. I appreciate that. Thank you for asking people to like and share the video and subscribe. Y'all, are we going to say that because that man has chosen to live his life as a homosexual, that's my favorite word, because that man has chosen to live his life as a gay man, that has anything to do with the industry? I would venture to say that the talent that he carries to be able to sing the way that he sings is probably a result of his freedom from being bisexual, most likely. And so, if anything, the industry was a result of the gay, not the gay a result of the industry. Am I making sense? That man probably would not be as talented as he was if he was not gay or bisexual. I'm going to mainly guarantee that 97% of the time. Because most of your great, Donald Lawrence's and what's the boy's name we talk about? Tevin Campbell. Most of them are gay before they even enter the industry. So I would say that the industry was a result of the gay, not the gay a result of the industry. Yes, he is talented as fuck. Yes, Luther. Love me some Luther. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This woman is mad. She's crazy. And it's lovely to look back at it. Yeah, I think Jamie Foxx is bisexual. Oh yeah, definitely. Have you seen his lips? Nobody's gonna waste those lips. He'd been sucking dick. Him and Bill Bellamy allegedly, from my speculation to your ears. Um, but to look back on all the accusations she made and all the judgments she made and all the things she had to say while she had so many skeletons in her closet that just unraveled and came out and did the fucking electric slide all over the goddamn internet for 5 fucking straight months. Not even that long. It was quick. It was quicker than that. But let's continue to watch. Oh God, yes, God Fear TV. I did. I had an amazing vacation. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that ice skating show. It was really, really good. It's always the same, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Is to watch them skate on the ship. Anyway, y'all, let's get back into
I
the shit.
don't know, because I didn't know him as a little child.
You didn't know him at all.
My strongest connection to Tevin Campbell was through Rosie Gaines' daughter.
Rosie
Latoya,
Gaines' daughter. That's the person I'm speaking of, who she was friends of, who knew Tevin Campbell. That girl didn't know him to be saying none of the bullshit she's doubling down on. She did not know him. Nobody even goes back and follows that up with any more question about, well, if you didn't know him, how the fuck could you say the things that you said as fact? You're saying that the only way you knew this guy was through Rosie Gaines' daughter, and you never even hung out with the
each
dude.
other's sisters, and
she's telling us she didn't know the nigga.
Together, I bumped into Tevin at events and stuff like that. Would see him from time to time, but we didn't have a friendship. It just killed me though, because I knew everything that was happening to him because he was with Latoya, and Latoya knew everything.
But Latoya didn't tell you nothing. And he didn't tell Latoya nothing. See, you now trying to make it sound like Latoya done told you a bunch of shit, but you can't even say that. Because she can't say anything exact. She's not mentioning anything yet. Because Latoya told me about that time when Prince called him into the office, and I heard him going, "Oh, or whatever." She can't say anything happened. She's leaving it up to our imaginations. And if we're dumb enough to imagine that she's telling the truth based on this bullshit, god damn. I hope we're not. We're not.
Like, oh man,
we not.
I hope he wins. I hope he wins.
We not.
And then he disappeared, and then people just stopped talking about him. It's up.
He didn't disappear. You
Can
just
you have come out back then?
Huh?
Can you have come out back then? Like right now, we have like the Little Nas X's, the I forgot the guy, Frank
Back
Ocean.
in the
Frank
90s,
Ocean.
No.
Yeah, could that?
No.
It's almost detrimental to your career.
He couldn't have come out, but the thing is,
excuse
they
me,
were still busy trying to push him.
Excuse me, he was 13. He was a child. What are you talking about? He couldn't have come out. He was a fucking child. We're talking about a child at this moment. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about a child. He couldn't have come out at that time. Why are you having this conversation about a child? Doesn't that feel inappropriate? Tevin Campbell literally disappeared from the industry as a child. He was a child when he disappeared. And she ain't know nothing about the man and didn't know him. So the only conversation we can have about Tevin Campbell is as a motherfucking child. He couldn't have come out then. He was a child. Why are we talking about a child's sexuality? Oh my God. We're not talking about a man. It would have ruined his career. He was a child. He was not a man. This tells you she didn't even know him. To even put it into context. To even put it into the right context of, well, at that time we were all kids, and to come out like he was a kid. Come out to who? Come out about what? She lying. She's putting, like Miss Nodders is saying, she reads blind items on the internet and comes out and reads them to us as fact. She hears something here or there, and y'all know good and goddamn well Rosie Gaines' daughter said, I ain't never told her nothing about Tevin because there was never anything to tell. She said we bumped into each other here and there. Where, Jaguar? Where, Jaguar? When? That's like when Kaya said she saw Funky Dineva snort cocaine off of a bar, and he was like, "Where? Where were we? At what establishment? This imaginary bar in the middle of nowhere." People just be making shit up. There's absolutely no and she is nice one. It's disturbing to me how obsessed she is with people's sex lives, even her own son, to where she would exploit him. Oh, Rosetta, you remember that? If people come and tell you stuff and they ain't got no where, who, what, when, where, why, and how, they lying. That's why I don't get into reporting the news over here. Because I don't want to be responsible for bringing y'all the whole story and all that shit. What? Ampu is having this whole conversation with me in the chat. Me and Ampu are having a conversation.
Trying to make him appear. I mean, but they.
Oh, she said Shaka's baby was sexy. Oh.
They did it to all.
Oh my God, this woman.
You know, so it's just like, it's super.
She's talking about a child now. Keep that in mind.
You are who you are, but you have to pretend not to be who you are. But then the same executives that are telling you make sure to.
And I just want to mention something, y'all. Inside her eyes, right now, what you see. Hold on, I'm about to give it to you. Oh, that's Bobby's fentanyl weed right there. Now, come on, somebody, allegedly. If you don't see Bobby's fentanyl weed, I don't know what you see, because I see Bobby's fentanyl weed. Is there somebody being disrespectful in the chat? Please be respectful in the chat. You know, it's a waste of data and energy for you not to be. Rosetta asked nicely, okay? So please be that. I ain't got no problem with nobody being high. I'm just saying that's the same Bobby who she was calling down at the doggone police station, reporting on Bobby with the little dick, who is her uncle, and Bobby with the fentanyl weed down in Legends. And she obviously on that shit right now. Meth or coke. Yep. Lord. Let's continue.
Girls fall in love with you or the ones sitting there diddling you. You can't be gay in public, but please be gay with me. Like, I mean,
right.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked up.
But what is she talking about? When? What happened? She's just saying random scenarios that could happen in a person's life. And there's no context to it. And we're supposed to believe that she's got the tea on Tevin Campbell and Summer Walker. But there's no contextual information whatsoever. Sorry, y'all. My camera is doing its own thing. Own thing. Hold on, here we go. Ooh, I'm in the corner of the screen. Ooh, let me get this right. Hold on. Well, shit, I could at least play the interview while I fix my camera.
Listen to me. After you finish licking my balls, I want you to do some push-ups and get ready for this video. You know, like
what?
Oh.
What?
Now, it does make us ask, because a lot of things happen in that interview to where